Let me tell y'all what's going on, man. Let me tell y'all what's going on. This location right here, this is if I'm lying on flying radio, you know? So let me tell you about it. And I always had an idea where I always wanted to have a radio station. I always wanted to do like, be that radio personality, be on the radio, play the music, talk to people, people call in, all that. So, but I always thought like you had to have so much going on, you had to have so many, different resources and, to make that happen, you got to have the connections to be at the buildings, to get all that big equipment. You got to be there. Like that's the only way that you could do radio. Voila. If I'm lying on flying radio has birthed, man. Look, I learned, with the grace of God first, putting God first, putting that faith first, and just putting my foot first, getting out there, putting that footwork in like I do. Uh, I learned you don't need all that, You don't need a lot, you can make some things happen with what you got. So the little things and the moves that I have made lately, I got me a little, little equipment that I know how to work, that I learned how to work, and I'm able to play music now. You know what I mean? I'm able to play music along with, do my interviews and my podcast. So, by the grace of God, thank God, He gave me this opportunity. So now, what I'm doing is I'm doing interviews. I'm gonna do mobile interviews at that. So sometime I'm gonna pull up on different people, different locations, and I'm gonna interview them about whatever business, brand, or whatever they got going on that they trying to promote. Some of my segment shows I'm gonna have if I'm lying on flying radio, which is here, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna play some music. Most of my music that you never heard, or you may have heard. I'm gonna play a lot of my music, a lot of my team music, a lot of people music that I support, that I shim with, and I feel like should be on the radio. A lot of these radio stations. I'm gonna play that, and also once I get it going and more, if people want to send music in, you know what I mean, to get their music heard and exposed, that's what this show gonna be for. That's what this segment gonna be for. If I'm lying on flying radio, so when you see the chill, low key, late night vibes, you see the music back there. You see the if I'm lying on flying right here, that's what we gonna do here at this show. We gonna play some music.